Charles, people are excited that you're back, and I promise I will not do anything to provoke a beatdown.
Thank you, Jason. It's a beautiful
my
day in the neighborhood. It's not exactly the neighborhood I like to be in, generally speaking, but here we are near the courthouse where jurors
Right.
should have been sequestered but weren't, in a trial that is worse than a star chamber. I mean, it is so repulsive and repugnant to look at all these TV vans. Holy smokes!
I know, you haven't been down here in a while. It's been totally wild.
It's a circus.
I'm concerned we might run into more NYPD intelligence unit maniacs, but we'll have to see.
I know, are we allowed in there or not?
We are, but there's like a radio zone over here that's sometimes, depending on, might have just been a specific truck because it wasn't happening yesterday, but the way they had it set up initially, Charles, when I first started coming down here was that the north side of the park was...
That'd be that side.
Yeah, that was for Trump protesting, and the south side of the park that we're going to right now was...
Trump supporters.
Yeah, but they've decided to flip-flop that based on, when they want me to get beaten up.
Uh-huh.
And also people have been asking if I was hanging out with Robert De Niro, the blizzard of lies that he was telling during his stupid press conference yesterday. I missed him, unfortunately, but I'll tell you what, when I came down here yesterday, it was early in the morning because I wanted to try to, I can reveal...
Blocked off?
I don't think so. I wanted to try to speak to Norm again. No, in there, we gotta go. And so I figured, well, I'll get down there very early, and there was nobody here. But right in this little parking lot that the police are guarding.
We go there?
Yeah, we're going there, yeah. Right in there, I saw these guys in suits who later were hanging around with Robert De Niro, and I was like, well, that's a lot of detectives.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, the second I left was when De Niro came out, and I just wonder if they weren't waiting for me to leave, because all these cops recognize me now and don't like me, all the prison tattoo cops and their intelligence unit associates.
Lack of intelligence.
Right.
So this is that's Trump supporters there, I think.
Well,
with American flags in theory.
It looks like it, but they could also just be disruptors with American flags. I'm not going to make any prejudgments of anybody.
Here's a press person.
I don't really trust anybody with an NYPD press pass anymore.
All right, so not that many people here. What time does business commence?
Usually 9, but these judges are like bankers. They don't work too hard.
Yeah. And over there is what?
No offense. Present company. Well, so that's the
official group?
Expensive corporate news.
Overpaid.
Then Newsmax, and so here's the way it works. So this building here, that's the district attorney's office and the courthouse and all that. That's 100 Center Street, I think.
Right.
And so then the sidewalk right in front of that building is guarded by NYPD, and it's all your CNBC and MSNBC, or I don't know about CNBC, but CNN, MSNBC, Fox, the expensive networks are there. And then that building over there, I think, is some other court.
So where is what?
And that's where Newsmax and everybody is. But that sidewalk is guarded by New York courts police.
As is that? See.
Yes, but this sidewalk that building is guarded by New York court police, but the sidewalk was NYPD.
So Trump, if he comes to the trial, would go through there?
Goes to the back usually.
Sorry?
He goes to the back, I think.
Uh-huh.
But he's probably in there already.
Wow. Yeah, I have to say, this for people who have any kind of perspective on history and understand the origins of the Constitution, that it was a document that came together because the Articles of Confederation didn't work. The first experiment from 1782 to 1789 just didn't work. So they had learned from their mistakes, put the Constitution together, added the Bill of Rights in 1791, I think. And it was really, when you read the history, what the King of England did to his opponents is exactly this. And there have been periods in various countries where somebody decides that they're a despot, they know everything, and the Constitution, and particularly the Bill of Rights, was put together to protect citizens from their government, to provide some kind of balance. And here, this case study, if it gets written in English, and if Biden wins, or Harris wins, or whoever replaces Biden, you can write the country off. because it's
But
out
you're
of
going to write it in Chinese.
whatever. It's going to write it in Ebonics or some combination.
No,
of
they have a new name for that. It's like
But this trial should be taught the first
American urban vernacular or something
gibberish. But what they should do in law school, first of all, they need to go through the various law schools and weed out all the political activist professors and say you're done. You're lucky we don't go after your past compensation. You're not getting a pension. Go fuck yourselves, and we're stripping you of your bar license. But what they should be doing is taking this trial. As I understand it, again, I'm not a lawyer. The statute of limitations had passed
on the state
on the state crimes. So they cobbled together,
which are the only crimes in this court's jurisdiction.
Right. The only crimes are state crimes. Right. So anything this guy has to say about any other crimes is irrelevant. Federal crimes.
It's out of his jurisdiction.
Right. Secondly, when the people who had jurisdiction over the federal crimes considered it, they decided let's not prosecute. Mind you, they did prosecute Hillary Clinton campaign in 2016, and the result there was to force the campaign, not Hillary personally, to pay some $300,000 in fines.
That's nothing.
So, for Hillary, she doesn't get hauled into this state court years after the fact to be,
evidence.
and tied to New York State. They really thought they were being clever, tying him into this deeply blue voting community so he couldn't campaign.
But this speaks to Robert De Niro, because if people saw that stupid Robert De Niro speech, first of all, it was absolutely, the guy is an actor.
A bad one at this point.
It was the worst delivery of a written page that I have seen. Like, I cannot believe that guy's won an Academy Award and can't read. Even if you handed that to him in the taxi on the way down, if somebody gave me that speech and 5 minutes to read it and present it, I would have done a much better delivery than he did. He was tripping over lines. But the point I want to get to is, there was a guy from the Biden campaign there.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And they asked him from the crowd, why did you decide to come here today? And he said, because all of you guys are covering this thing every day. And it's like, well, listen, Dick, you're the ones who set it up. Like, they're jealous that Trump is getting too much coverage.
I know this is name dropping, and we've talked about it in prior podcasts, but in London, I was in the Concord Lounge in the 90s, and I was by myself, waiting for something, and I hear the distinctive voices of Jack Nicholson and Al Pacino, who had been out the night before, and they were just drunk in the booze. They were really, really drunk, and they could barely figure out how to get something together. And I went over to them and I said, listen, I'm not going to bother you, but you need Bloody Marys. Would you like me to make you some Bloody Marys? And they said,
Dr. Charles.
They said, wow, would you?
Oh my God!
And I said, sure. So I made them this, and I used the secret message. Well, it's not so secret after I tell the story. The Hotel Claridge's in London has, I think, the best Bloody Mary I've ever had in the world, and the secret ingredient to bind it together is sherry. And so you take vodka and tomato juice and as spicy as you want, and then you put some sherry in, whatever. And
horseradish.
You can do that if you want, and pepper and salt and all that. And I use the lime, not celery, but. So I whipped this up for the two guys, and they each took. Wow,
they liked it.
They loved it. They had two each, and I didn't bother them. I didn't say, "Can I have your autograph?"
Wow.
I didn't give them my name or whatever.
That's even better than an autograph.
Yeah. So that was funny.
You're making them drinks.
But what I'm saying is,
hey, how you doing?
Great. Good morning.
How are you? So
what's going on?
Rally over there?
Is that what rally is it?
Sounds like a vehicle.
What?
I don't know.
Let's go check it out in a second. But back on this issue of the template, I think this trial, whatever happens, if Trump gets convicted, in the end he won't lose, I don't think. It'll be thrown out on appeal, but it'll be a huge election interference thing. If he gets acquitted, it'll be worthwhile to note why. And if there's a hung jury, we need to understand why it's hung and why it wasn't acquitted.
Well,
But all of this, I think, should be. Let's go over there. It's risky, but.
Well, hang on. Can you identify what it is? I'm just concerned by the time we get around the block, it might be over here.
No, I think it's in there somewhere.
So let's go. We got to go this way.
Maybe we're waiting for Trump. We'll go over there. Go on a mission. We're on a mission from GAG.
Do you like what the deep state is doing. Do you like them destroying the country? Do you like the economy being destroyed? And do you like going to war? If you don't...
What is this? It's probably an anti-Trump rally.
Absolutely.
And it's
they're playing
it's probably
Alicia
paid.
Keys.
It's probably paid, and it's probably instigated by Soros and those type of people. And it's going to be a, quote, spontaneous celebration of Trump's conviction, is what they think.
Yeah. So there was, Andrew Giuliani had a tweet yesterday where he was saying that he was, so that's that guy from yesterday wearing different clothes now who doesn't want me to recognize that he's still an I don't want to get this channel struck again. I think the cops did that yesterday for identifying their undercover operatives.
Yeah. This is, I mean, how do you get away with holding this kind of noisy rally right next to the court?
Well, and obviously they don't have a permit for that, and the cops aren't doing anything, and obviously all of the crazy shenanigans going on down here are sanctioned by the police.
Yeah.
So this could also be part of their strategy to thwart somebody like me, because this song is gonna, you know, YouTube could say, oh, you're playing a Alicia Keys song.
Oh, it's all the way down there.
That's crazy loud.
You shouldn't be allowed to do this next to a
You're
Trump.
not.
But it's Trump. Pro-Trump. This could be pro-Trump.
Ladies and gentlemen, come pick it up. It's a workout party. New York City style. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is epic. This is on par with our January 6, 2021 visit.
Unbelievable.
We're there, watching history.
Holy cow, look at this.
Is this where Kamala Harris worked?
Yeah, that's her office. This is like so loud it's hurting my ears.
But I think it's
Not pro-Trump. What's this? Yeah, these are the same people I've seen in Washington, D.C. This is outrageous.
What is this? Signs. That is hilarious. What an idiot. This has nothing to do with Trump. We've got rats in the streets, and this is what we're going to pay for. But there was a Trump over there.
Let's go through the park this way.
What? Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Unbelievably stupid.
It's so loud, I can't believe it. So did you see the way those two Chinese guys looked at me?
Yep.
I think I've seen those guys around, and I think they're Miles Guo operatives.
Miles Guo is in prison, right?
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
Now we're not going to be able to walk in over here.
All right. Well, I did see banners go up the street for Trump.
Yeah,
It's too loud.
it's crazy.
So what we could do, we could either go back around that
Yeah.
way or back around the other way.
Well, let's go see what's going on the back of the court.
Okay.
I haven't done that. That is so loud. It's just unbelievable. You got offices around here.
That stage.
I've just never seen a public dance party like
Well,
that.
I think
so
what
loud.
they want to do is they want Trump to be convicted, and then they want that
Party,
crowd to
right.
merge in. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
To merge in. Who's that guy?
Which guy?
Guy in the white hair. That's a political operative. I've seen him before.
Yeah, it is.
That may be one of those left-leaning news commentators.
Yeah, I think you're right. I've seen him before.
This is just fucking. This is Rome burning, you know, and the
ridiculous.
peasants having a good time in the streets. This is fucking nuts. The trial should never have. It should never have started in the first place.
Right.
Alvin Bragg is a chump monk.
Terrible.
I mean, he is a disgrace to the
Total.
legal profession, as are most of the people. I mean, if I were working in whatever the department was as a lawyer, I'd resign. I'd say, I'm not going to do this bullshit. This is patently illegal.
None of them are like that, though. They're all on board for it.
Well, you know, when you read about the lions of the street, there's an actual book called The Lions of the Street about the great corporate lawyers of Wall Street, and there really were some. Back in the day, there were lawyers who actually had principles.
Not
who
now.
would think carefully about the precedents they're setting. This is an egregiously bad precedent.
Of course. They just want to be involved in the lawfare, get the result that their patrons want, then they get their VP position at Marriott, tons of stock, they're set for life.
Or they get into a crooked foundation, you know, so they can scam a portion of the grant money and donations that go through the foundation, and
Oh, all of the above.
get a board seat at General Motors or something like it.
Did you notice right there, that cop had 2 phones in his hand. So does the NYPD issue every officer 2 phones, or is he trying to be coy about the fact that he's standing around texting when he should be doing nothing other than?
Now, what's going on in this courtroom?
I think Menendez.
Oh, Menendez is in here? Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
do we
this
want to
is
go, can we
federal.
go that way or no?
I don't think we can. Oh yeah, well we're not
No,
going to
we
be able
can't
to
go
get
across
to,
there, so we have to go
No,
up and around.
It's
Yeah.
a long way to go that way. We should go back to where we were. I think.
No, it goes down
It's
like
fenced. It's fenced.
that. Where?
We can't cross this fence.
Oh, okay.
We got to walk all the way down there.
We can't go that way either.
Right. So they've got it very tightly. And here's a guy riding a bicycle, electric bicycle, on the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
let's leave him alone.
Right in front of the cop. They just don't even say anything. They don't care.
Right.
They're not going to enforce it. They're too busy texting and getting prison tattoos to stop people from riding bicycles on the sidewalk. They look stupid all the time.
That's right.
It's crazy. So yeah, yesterday, Crowdsource the Truth 10 got taken out during the live stream.
Doesn't seem fair.
People who want to assault me and menace me, they spray water on me. You know, I mean, that's the type of stuff that Orrin Levi does. He blows smoke in my face. He throws water on me.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, how do I know he doesn't have some chemical in that water? And the police like laugh and scoff it off. I think if you blew smoke in a cop's face or threw a drink on
You'd be
them,
on the ground.
Absolutely, they'd beat the shit out of you, handcuff you, and take you to jail for assaulting a police officer, misdemeanor or whatever. But no, you know, and they stand there while these people are menacing me, crowding around, wagging flags in my face. None of that is First Amendment.
Right. Disgusting.
Speaking of the First Amendment, we will be carrying on in a few minutes in the First Amendment Forum.
I thought you were going to sing in a few minutes. You get up there and groove
No way.
intergenerationally.
That is so offensively loud.
It is.
How is it allowed to be? I mean, that's going to harm people's ears. Like,
Yeah.
there's people in my family who have hearing loss that would cause pain.
Celebrate. Yeah, what the hell is Eric Adams?
Let's go that side. It's a little
Are we
shadier.
allowed?
Just as long as we don't cross the fence, yeah.
I like this song, but I mean,
Not that loud.
is that Ilhan Omar?
No.
You got the Klieg lights on there. Remember Brian Sicknick?
Yeah, see, those guys are NYPD, not New York courts. Yeah, Brian Sicknick is the guy who like died the
But
next
he had a
day.
heart attack, right?
He did, but they're adamant that that was because of all the stress the day before. I don't think that's the way that works.
And meanwhile, who killed Ashley Babbitt?
They don't care about that. I tell you the truth, that I want to know more about that, because what was John Earl Sullivan doing right there to get the video?
Right.
Why is Ivan Raiklen such excellent friends with Ashley Babbitt's mother?
Yeah.
There's just some questionable people. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I just have questions.
Well, and I was watching Kennedy, John Kennedy from Louisiana. He was a good guy.
Yeah.
Sharp guy, humorous guy, very experienced guy, and he was questioning Christopher Wray, who, he's such a nerd and a disingenuous person, Christopher Wray. I mean, he was on the Enron task force with Mueller.
Right.
That was a disaster.
And Weissman.
And, he goes into oversight hearings, and every answer is, well, I can't comment on active investigations. It's just, why come?
Right. Lip
There
service.
should be, actually, forget the FISA court, there should be a court that oversees these investigations where people are all qualified to be read into, because rapist, fraud, traitor, in the same handwriting, right? So this is right now. Speaking of rapist, fraud, and traitor,
That's Biden.
I know. Yeah, you've got what's her name, Tara
Reid,
and perhaps other Tara Reids we don't know about.
His own daughter in the shower.
We have daughter-in-law, I think, or was it daughter? Or?
Ashley is his daughter.
Okay, and then we have epic fraud of the Biden family selling out to the Chinese. That's Biden. Maybe they're talking about Biden.
I don't think so.
Let's get groovy. Let's eat less.
Yeah, so you see all of these
Step
people
one.
are getting these T-shirts from some nonprofit something or other,
Yeah.
and they're coordinating all of this business.
That's right. Let's leave these guys
I'm not
alone.
going to say anything to them, but it's strange to me that they think that I believe they would be here every day hanging out with the cops, and they're just regular guys.
Right. So, it's still pretty sparse.
And by the way, even if I am able to look at a guy and say, you look to me like an undercover cop,
You're
and
allowed
I'm
to do
correct, right, it's not like I have some inside information from the cops that I'm leaking. So this is going to be more nonsense. This is an organized nonsense.
These are ostensible Trump supporters.
I don't think so. No, these are these same Miles Guo supporting people that were here yesterday.
I just want to see what the sign says.
Remember, we are in an information war. And they believe
Daily Mail.
they're going to try to control as much information as possible.
Now wait a minute, is that Steve Baker?
Who?
It's not. I thought it might have been, but it's not.
Sorry.
See, she's very careful to make sure she gets pictures of all of our faces, right? Send those to who you're sending them to. Yeah, get a picture of me, news guy.
Yeah, what?
These people are all here gathering intelligence. Not this guy, but all these people are here gathering intelligence. That's why that woman's walking around taking pictures of everybody's face who's here. This guy's got his eyes on me. These people, none of them should be trusted.
Oh, so you're headed with the family?
It's quite a scene. Where's the journal? What's that over there?
What? That?
That's
That's the anti-Trump side. So see, now he's got himself positioned. Get a nice picture, motherfucker.
Yeah. I don't see anybody I know.
Air this. So why are all these people wearing masks? That's very un-Trump supporter-like.
Right.
Yesterday there was a guy in Santa Claus suit, a woman found out.
I'm the most exciting thing here, aren't I? Put me on the news. Why are you focusing on me? I'm curious to know. So many of you guys seem to be involved with the NYPD intelligence unit. You guys with the press passes. Oh, and there you go. There's your security right there. They're really bad at these undercover operations.
Who's he with?
This is some fucking cop who came over right away. They're always standing by. You can tell who these undercover cops are. And I mean, listen, cops do great work, but like, I am not a criminal. Why the hell are the cops on me?
Yes, but I'm not crazy.
You are a cop, right? You sure? You're 100% sure? Okay, I don't think so.
What did he say?
He said no, of course.
Yeah.
See, but these look like legitimate people. They're here from some other country doing news. How you guys doing? Polite. So this is all here. Joe Biden and 51 committed perjury, willfully lied about Hunter's laptop, knowingly cheated in 2020 debates. This is just protest, counter-protest, controlled by the cops. Here's those same ladies from yesterday.
The Chinese ladies?
Yeah, I mean, their goal is to pose as Trump supporters. Because, I mean, isn't
Look
that...
at this mascot outfit here. What is this? This is like a...
This lady,
Yeah.
pro-weed.
Weed in New York City. Yeah. But why would you smoke weed and wear a mask? Well, 2 masks.
Because everything that girl is doing and saying is something that somebody told her to do and say.
Right.
And she's here to just take pictures.
And who's that guy with the microphone there?
You and me. I don't know.
But to be honest, it doesn't really strike me as a very agitated crowd. I mean, this is a small number of people. Maybe the action comes in the late afternoon.
They're going to inject other people. They'll have Ezra Frisch or some idiot dressed as the shaman or whatever it is. Fuck you, asshole. So you see, that's one of the guys
And
who's
here's the Chinese.
with the cops.
Here's the Chinese organizer with the sunglasses.
Exactly. I mean, it's no mystery what's going on here. It might have been at one time.
And these are probably willing dupes, the 2 ladies. They think they're actually doing something to help Trump.
I don't know what the hell they're
You
doing.
know, cameras on us right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are standing right, but this is a terrible shot of this building. You're right. They're pointing it right at us. It's pretty obvious. Do we see Turley? There's Andrew McCarthy, right?
Yep.
He has
And
very
he's
good
with,
analysis.
generally. Well, and then there's that guy from Fox, the short guy. What's his
Yeah, I
name?
don't know that guy's name.
I know him. I
He's
know.
been there basically every day.
Andrew was pretty sober, but I mean, remember, he was in the Southern District
But I think
on the
that
team
was during-
that investigated under Comey, the Clinton Foundation, and couldn't find
Really?
obvious fraud. He was deputy to Comey.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Huh.
And so I probably should care more about this, but I don't care how the Southern District supposedly works because it isn't working.
Correct.
You know?
Actually, Charles, I just noticed we're ready to make our shift here over
Okay.
to the First Amendment Forum. So people should join us on odyssey.com/@crowdsource the truth. That's the best way to do it, and it's a great place to go, even if you're just subscribing for free. It's clear the cops, George and his asshole brother, everybody wants to shut down Crowdsource the truth because we're
Truth will
exposing
out.
the nonsense here.
Truth will out. Do you
So-
want to tease the issue of you found the explosive issue? Some
We
people-
found an explosive issue. I found an explosive issue. More connections between Felix Sater and the criminal liar, General Michael Flynn. People join us in the First Amendment. This is all public domain information, so if you want information to be free, go find it yourself. It's free. If you'd like to watch a professionally produced show with really congenial presenters who are
Somebody else is coming?
smart and witty, it's only $3 a month on odyssey.com, and you can join us on subscribestar.com and patreon.com and all those great channels. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching, everybody.